Hey, what's up guys, it's Jonathan here. As a teenager, it can be difficult to know what to do with your money. Given that only 4 out of every 10 Americans have enough money to cover a $1,000 emergency, there may not be a lot of places where you can learn about what to do with your money as a teenager. So in this video, we're going to discuss 7 money moves you can make as a teenager. Before any of the 20-something-year-olds consider clicking out of this video, some of these things may apply to you as well. So stay tuned. I got a letter from the YouTube gods, and let's see what it says. It says, Dear Jonathan, 75% of your viewers are not subscribed to your channel. So tell them to like and subscribe to help out your channel grow. Well, you heard the YouTube gods. They said that you gotta like and subscribe to help out the channel. But seriously though, subscribing is 100% free and you can always change your mind at any time. So consider going down below and hitting the subscribe button. So let's get right into the video. The first money move you have to make is that you gotta get a credit card. And getting a credit card as a teenager is very important because it helps you build your credit score. And pretty much what a credit score is that it's a way to rank how well you're able to handle debt. The higher your score is, the more likely a lender will be willing to lend money to you. And in today's world, having a good credit score has become more valuable than ever, as it could determine what kind of car or house you could get, and in some cases may even affect the kind of job you could take on as well, as some employers use your credit score as a way for weeding out candidates. When it comes to building a credit score when you don't have a credit score, it can become very tricky. Typically, lenders don't want to lend to someone who doesn't have a credit score, but on the other hand, for you to be able to build credit, you need a credit extended to you. It's kind of a slippery slope when you think about it. So if you're 18 or over, you could sign up for something called a secured credit card. And the way a secured credit card works is that, let's say you want a credit limit of $1,000. You go to the credit card issuer and you would give them $1,000 in cash. And they'll hold this $1,000 of cash as collateral, and they'll give you a credit card with a $1,000 credit limit. The ideal is that you would use the credit card like a normal credit card. You would use it and pay it off every month and whatnot. And the credit card issuer will report your usage to the credit bureaus. So this way you can develop a credit score. And if for whatever reason you're to default on this card, they'll just keep your deposit and use it to pay themselves back. There's quite a few secured credit cards out there on the market, but my favorite is the Discover It secured card. You can get 2% cash back on the first $1,000 worth of purchases every quarter for gas and restaurants. And on top of that, you can get 1% unlimited cash back on any other purchases. Another awesome feature with Discover cards is that in your first year of membership, they'll actually double your cash back point. So technically that 2% cash back category will actually be 4%. And unfortunately, if you are under the age of 18, you can't sign up for a credit card on your own. But what you can do is you can reach out to a parent or a guardian or a loved one, and you can see if you could become an authorized user on their account. Them adding you as an authorized user onto their account allows you to be able to use their credit activity to boost your score. This can be really good if you become an authorized user on somebody who uses their credit cards responsibly. But if it's someone who doesn't use their credit cards responsibly, this can actually hurt you in the long run. So you have to be very careful about who you choose as this person if you decide to go this route. And one of the better credit card issuers to do this with is American Express. And that's because you can actually limit the amount that the authorized user is allowed to spend on the card in a certain time frame. Whereas with most other cards, you usually don't have that feature. So it's something else to consider as well. The second move you gotta make is to open up your own bank account. For some of you watching this, you might already have a bank account that you set up with your parents. But for others, you may just have all your money stashed away somewhere in your room or in a safe or something like that. Having a bank account is very important because it protects your cash from any kind of tragic situation, like your house was to burn down or a robbery or something of that nature. And in those situations, once your cash is gone, that's it. It's over. Your cash is gone. Most likely, you won't be able to retrieve it. A great thing about bank account is that most banks are covered under something called FDIC insurance, which means that the money that you deposit at that bank is protected up to $250,000. And for your first bank account, I recommend that you open it at a large national bank kind of like Chase or Bank of America, for example. You could even look into your local credit union as well. And if you're 18 and over, you should make sure that your bank account is not linked with your parents anymore, as this can make it more difficult to make major changes to the account down the road. The third money move you must make as a teenager is to like the smash button for the algorithms of the YouTubes. In all seriousness, money move number 3 is to open up a savings account. Your teenage years are the best time for you to learn how to start separating the money that you plan on spending from the money that you plan on saving. And the best tool to use for that is a savings account. Unlike a checking account, with a savings account, you're usually limited on the amount of withdrawals you can make from the account. Also, you don't get a debit card like you would with a checking account. And with a savings account, you can actually earn interest on the money that you deposit in that account. When deciding on what savings account to open, don't open one at one of the brick and mortar banks, kind of like Chase or Bank of America. Usually those banks have very high minimums on how much money you have to keep in your savings account at any time. And also the interest that they pay usually isn't that great. Instead, opt for a high interest savings account or a HISA. And for me, my favorite HISA is Ally Bank. I've been with them for years and they consistently give you some of the best rates on the market. So consider checking them out if you are interested in opening a savings account. So the fourth thing you must do is to set up a Roth IRA. The Roth IRA is an investment account that allows you to invest after-tax dollars. And when you turn 60, you're allowed to withdraw the money from this account completely tax-free. And you might be thinking to yourself,
why do I need to save for retirement now?
The thing is that saving for retirement as soon as possible puts you in the best possible position to retire as early as possible. And this is due to something called compound interest. Let's say you invested $100 every month from the age of 16 all the way to the age of 65. By the time you turn 65, you would have a little less than $500,000 in that account. Now, let's say you decide to put it off a little bit and you wait until you're 30 to start doing this. By the time you turn 65, you only have $177,000 in that account, which is over 60% less than you would have had if you started when you're 16. So starting to save for retirement as soon as possible is very important. And if you have a job that pays you above the table, which means that they report your income, then you can contribute up to $6,000 a year in this account. So if you're 18 and over, you can basically sign up on any brokerage firm's platform for a Roth IRA account and you're good to go. If you're under 18, you'll have to have your parents sign up as a custodian for you and sign up for a custodial Roth IRA. And not every brokerage offers this, but the major ones like Fidelity and Charles Schwab do. So that's a good place to look if you are looking for a custodial Roth IRA account. So the fifth money move you should make as a teenager is to start tracking your income and your expenses. And tracking how much you make and how much you spend every month is a very important skill to have. That way you know exactly how much money you're spending and how much money you're making every month. This will allow you to make wiser and better money choices in the future. This will also enable you from staying out of any bad consumer debt in the future as well. And the easiest way to start doing this is by signing up for an account at either mint.com or personalfinance.com, which are completely free sites, and using those programs to track all your expenses. Or you could track your expenses using your notes app on your phone, or even using pen and paper if you like. The sixth money move you should make as a teenager is to take advantage of student discounts. Many companies, from restaurants to apparel stores to technology stores, offer all kinds of discounts for college and high school students. And some of these discounts can be up to 70%. And in some cases, you can even get certain products for free as well. And most of these discounts can be found fairly easily by just doing a quick Google search. The seventh money move you should make as a teenager is to either get a job or to start your own business. Working a job can teach you a variety of different life skills that will be very valuable to you for the rest of your life. And working is a good way to earn money so you can save and invest like we talked about earlier. Also, another thing that you can do is to start your own business. With the ease of access to internet that we have nowadays, it's very easy to start your own business on a cell phone or a laptop. With all of these free resources available, learning a new skill set has never been as easy as it is today. And the possibilities of what your business could be are absolutely endless. Even though our educational system doesn't teach us this, the 7 money moves that I mentioned in this video are very important for you to be a financially successful adult in the future. So hopefully you won't end up like the 60% of Americans who can't cover $1,000 emergency. And you'll be on your way to building wealth as an adult. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. It greatly helps out the channel, helps the channel grow. Also, if you enjoy my perspectives and the way I explain things, consider hitting the subscribe button and notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. I would like to turn it over to you guys. What do you guys think are some very important money skills to have before you become an adult? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Also, follow me on all my social medias. I try to post there every day. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.